So I had an experience, and it changed my perspective on how I view life and on how I view America as a whole. So I went to Walmart and I finished my shopping and I go to the exit. Okay. I go to the entrance or exit, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Mind you, this is in front of everybody. This isn't in like I found the lady in like the middle of a parkway where no one could see her. She fell down or some shit like that. No, this is broad daylight, open in front of everybody. So I'm leaving to the exit of Walmart. I look to my right. I see this lady and this older lady sitting in a like one of those robo scooters, some shit like that. And I see that she is very physically distraught. The younger woman. She's like, "Mom, I don't know. I'm scared. I don't know what's happening." And the lady in the seat is just like, she's physically, visibly distressed. So I spring into action. I go and ask what's happening. I was like, "Hey, are you guys okay? What's wrong?" The young woman, who I would assume, if I later found out to be her daughter, she says, "Oh, her trachea fell out." I'm like, ha, oh shit. I'm like, this is no good. I don't know anything about this, And so I go and I was like, "Hey, is it serious? Should I call 911? Because I don't want to call 911 for fucking nothing. But it seems serious, so I would rather call them, even if it is nothing. I would rather call them, potentially save someone's life, than them being dying and me being too fucking nervous to call 911 just to misinconvenience them." So I asked, she's like, I don't know. So she is not helping me at all. She's just fucking freezing. She's panicking. I get it. Her mom cannot breathe. This is what's happening. So I look at the mom and she's just, that sound. Oh my God. That sound of someone who can't breathe right next to you is the most demoralizing. Like, you have no power. Most powerless feeling I've ever felt in my life. I consider myself as someone who's very intuitive, and I can very, if the moment calls for it, I'm ready to spring into action due to like past experiences. Like, let's say someone, if I go out, me and my homegirls, and like some dude's robbing us or some shit pops off, if the shit goes down, I'm pretty confident in myself and how I'll react and how resourceful I am as a person. Like, if fucking needed, that shorty can't, like if shorty broke her leg, I feel like I'm good enough to fucking grab her if needed. My car is broken down and I can run over to the fire station next to the Walmart and then tell them to drive right there. Like, if I needed to, I could do some shit like that. Or if there's like some asshole, assaulting somebody, shit like that, I'm like, yeah, okay, we can handle that easy. Shorty can't breathe. I'm not God. I can't just, fix it. So this is a whole new experience for me. I've dealt with scary situations in life with people that were convicts of like 20, 30 plus years, done murders. Like, I've taught, like, fucking dealing with those guys. I'm like, light work, chill, we're easy. This is stuff I'm used to. This is a human life that's like teetering on the balance, knocking on death's door. So I call 911. Give him the address. I'm like, "Hey, we're at the Walmart. Shorty cannot breathe. Her trachea fell out." She's like, "Do you know how it fell out?" I was like, "No, I just saw her. Her with her daughter said her trachea fell out. How do we, deal with this?" She says, "Okay, we got an ambulance on the way. Just try to keep her calm. Do whatever you can to not make her like breathe excessive or shit like that." So I'm like, "All right, bet." Cancel the phone. Okay, 911's on the way. And this is a point of me where it's just, I kind of remember, 911 and the police, or like people you rely on when the shit goes down. I like, in that moment, that 1 second, how you see those movie sequences where it's just like that one memory kicks in and it's like 5 minutes goes by and it's 1 second that actually happened in real time. That happened to me, and it was just like, they're human too. Like, the people I just talked to, they are people, and they are also liable to mess up. But I didn't think about that. I didn't think too far about that because there's no time to think about that. So after that 1 second, phase transition popped off, I was like, all right, cool. All right. Try to calm her down. Try to like be as supportive as she can. And, try to like give her the hope that she'll be okay. Because usually if people are given the hope that they will be fine, usually they can fight out a lot longer in certain situations where it's like physically in danger or fatal wounds, stuff like that. So I say that, Tell her 911's on the way. I try to, I rub her back. She grabs my hand. She's squeezing it because obviously she can't fucking breathe. And I'm just hearing the most excruciating sound. Like, I wanted to cry because it was just like I couldn't do anything. But I call 911. I try to get the daughter. She's like, I'm trying to get her. Okay, how do we put the trachea back in? Shorty's like, okay, I don't know. You're supposed to put it in the hole. Shorty has a hole right there, and that's where you put the trachea in. So simple, right? I'm like, okay, how do we do it? She's like, she's trying to put it in, but it's not going in, and it's just fucking demoralizing the entire time because she's just like, I'm trying, mom. I don't know how to put it in. I don't know. And the mom is just like, can't breathe. She's hitting the back of the wall. She's like spazzing out. She's stomping on the ground because obvious fucking you can't breathe. And what do I know? I'm just some kid that just did some shopping and just found you at the right time. Mind you, all of this is happening at the entrance of a Walmart. People are just walking by with no fucks given, and that also threw me off. I was like, is this a prank? Am I in a Black Mirror episode? No, they literally do not care. And I think that's gonna have to do something with like the capitalism in the future. Like, at the end of the video, I'm gonna explain how that relates. But I'm like, no one gives a shit. Like, Shorty's checking out receipts at the entrance like it's nothing. I'm like, bitch, you think, is this just a human life has no regard? So, it's funny because of what I'm about to say later. But I'm like, what? Okay, so I'm trying to calm her down. She's grabbing my hand, trying to let her know, hey, they're on their way. You're okay. Just try to slow down a little bit. Everything is going to be okay. Trying to make her calm so she doesn't exhale the fucking straw that she's breathing through. And her daughter being fucking useless. I'm not even going to lie. I'm like, okay, listen, you go on YouTube, literally right now, just go on YouTube and try to look up how to put the trachea back in. And she just looks on it and she's overthinking. She's like, being useless. Then the 2 store managers pull up. Just fucking, you are so useless. Oh my God. I wanted to punch both of them in the face, and they would have fucking like dead. But it's like, how are you so comfortable in, you're not even doing anything. Like, at least I understand that in life, when the shit goes down, everybody's ready, and I'm not fucking ready. But that's the thing. That's the thing about courage. The point of courage is to do it while you're scared. Things that pop off in an emergency, no one is ever prepared for, but you move. Like, I didn't have to stop. Like, I didn't look at her not breathing and be like, I'm not really ready for this. I'm not trained to do this. I don't know how to help her. I just helped her however way I knew I could. Even in hindsight that it could have been stupid or how I handled the situation wasn't as best as possible, you will always, 100% of the time, be thankful to yourself that you sprung into action and did something. I understand that not everybody wants to be a leader and not everybody should be a leader. But in times when it's going to affect you and everyone, especially as a guy, they are going to look for you as someone to help get them out of the situation. So if you don't know or don't have leadership traits, try to at least support the person who is trying to be the leader at the situation. Motherfuckers could have done something. Motherfucker with his dick in his hand just looking at me. I'm like, you're so useless. But I don't have time to lash out. I have to calm this lady down and keep letting her know that the help is on the way, that she will be fine. And her daughter's being useless. Everybody around is being useless. People just looking, shopping, bags, like fucking nothing. I'm praying Mr. Beast comes out and gives me a few new cars because I need it. But no cars, no fucking award, no nothing. And I don't want any of that shit. But it's the refusal of acknowledgement on the tremendous, there's not even a word for it, the insane thing that's happening right now, and no one gives a shit. And I'm the only one who sprung into action. I don't want recognition. I don't want to be called a hero. That shit's gay. It's the fact that no one else gave a shit. That's what's pissing me off. But I'm trying to help her down. I finally hear the godsend of noises. The ambulance is arriving. I'm like, thank fuck. I tell the lady, hey, you hear that? The ambulance is here. Everything's going to be okay. I'm trying to rub her back, doing the Dominican way of calming someone down. But she's holding my hand. And she's just like, 5 or 8 minutes. This shorty, fuck Michael Phelps. This one had lungs of a Damascus steel. Amazing. Like, I'm trying to calm her down because she probably could breathe a little bit. So what was crazy was the fact that, her daughter's trying to tell me how to put the trachea in. She's like, okay, you do it. But then again, look, you're never going to be ready to do something or make the best possible decision. You make the best possible decision in that moment that you think is right. So I'm like, okay, just put it in there. Just put it in the hole. In the fucking hole. She's like, yeah, just put it in there. I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm trying to put it in. I'm like waiting for her to breathe so the hole opens a wire and then just shoving it in there. This shorty bleeds in my hand. I think I fucking killed her. I'm panicking on the inside, but I'm like, there's blood going from her throat. So I probably like ruptured something or damaged something or like broke the skin a little bit. So it goes on my hand. So now I'm freaking out even more, but I remain calm, demure, nonchalant even. Inside I'm screaming. But I then like, okay, bad idea. Ambulance is almost here. Back up. So he's like, okay, cool. So I see her fucking tearing up. Just that ugly ass sound again. Just I'm fucking dying on the inside. So I'm letting her know the ambulance, the two fucknuts that are just watching me, they finally go outside, get the ambulance in. They're just like, all right, guide her in. So then she finally comes in. She's like, okay, good. We handle it from here. What happened? She's like, her trachea fell out and all this, and this shit. And she's like, okay, cool. We'll handle it from here. Get the thing. They load her off into the ambulance. I walk to the bathroom like as if I just left Iraq. Like, it's just, I clean my hands. I look in the mirror and I'm like, did that actually just fucking happen? Did this happen? I go out. I hope that I just made that up and I just went through a cutscene. That was unskippable. I go to the entrance again where it happened. Shorty's in the ambulance. And then the two fucknuts, they just look at me. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, thank you for calling 911. Bitch, where is my medal of gold Walmart free shit for a year? Because I didn't let someone die in your fucking store. And then everyone's walking around like normal. That threw me off. I go to my car. I see the ambulance still outside the parking lot. And nothing. It's like as if nothing happened. I get it, people die every day. But in front of you, you just be like, oh, someone else. It's someone else's problem. Someone else is going to deal with it. But then you're going to be surprised when you're in need of help. And you're just like, why is nobody helping me? There's some reciprocation that's needed. You know? Basic empathy. Nothing? Okay. So I call my homegirl. God, bless Sydney's heart. Jesus Christ. Because I was a mess. I wasn't crying or anything, but I was just like very, like, obviously distraught. I was like, you know, this lady, she died. She was almost dying. And I couldn't do anything. I was trying my best. I thought I hurt her because the blood was getting on my hands and she was just calming me down. God bless her soul. So what does that mean? A moment of courage is more important than planning it out or having. That is the truest sense of bravery. I'm not saying I want a reward or anything of none of that gay shit. I just am wanting to put this out there for people that are like growing up or going through life. There will never be a time when you're ready to handle something. Just go out and do it. Lead by instinct. Move with some type of serendipitous. Just fucking retard max if you gotta do it. I've been doing that and it's been working out for me. Just don't think. Do basic common sense. Shorties can't breathe. Obviously try to calm her down so she doesn't breathe out all the air that she's got and call 911 and just hope the best and try to make it as comfortable for her as possible. Remove all distractions from the scene. And so afterwards I drive home and it like really fucked me up because just like, how messed up does a society have to be to where people are too busy to check on someone that's dying right next to them in the same store you're getting groceries from? And I think that has a lot to do, you know, I'm not going to say it. How I'm going to say it. I think capitalism is honestly the root of 99% of evils. Because, and before anyone says like, oh my gosh, you're just a liberal sissy and all that shit. Look, listen, I know I've provided more value to the world that's going to outlast me for hundreds of years than most people will ever do. True things that you can look and grab at, okay? I'm not some communist or socialist or nothing like that. But to ignore the things of people being unable to keep moving, gotta keep moving, gotta get more money so I can survive, gotta get more money, gotta do this, gotta do that, don't have time, I can't even fucking look at you right now, I gotta do this shit right now. To remove the basis of just like, I can't even look at someone who's like dying because I'm just so fucking busy just to survive. Does that not say a lot on the current state of society now? I think it does. And, as Americans, we tend to pride ourselves. We're always the best of the best at fucking stats that we make up. But literally, we're just as like any other third world country, just with a Gucci belt on it. So that's another thing. So, whatever happens in your life, you're never going to be really ready for like when the shit goes down. But try to move with don't ever get paralyzed by thinking. Thinking is the worst thing anyone can do. Just move, do your best. And even if you think that you are the worst case scenario for it, try to ask and see, what can I do to help? And that might save someone's life. So yeah, it's kind of my experience. Something that brought a little bit distraught to me on how little people give a shit, just because everybody else is just trying to survive. And, when you have to choose him or me, I don't blame either, unfortunately. But yep, hope this maybe helps. Maybe I just needed a rant. Maybe I need to vent out. But I'll see you.